Hey guys, hope you all are doing well. So today, last videos we have explained about the installation of Active Directory, user account creation, and client machine creation in a Google VM instance. And we, whatever the domain users has been created, we have successfully logged in into the client machine. So today we'll see whether the Active Directory, whatever we have configured in Windows Server 2016, whether all the features has been installed successfully or not, and what are the services has been activated, and the few basics about the Active Directory. So let's start it. As usual, we need to go to the Google Cloud Console, and then we click on this. In the same time, I wanna give a very thank you to everyone those already been gone through all my videos. I have received a lot of queries about the user account creation and how to give the authentication, to reset, how to reset password, how to enable the account, how to disable the account, how to unlock the account. These basic questions I haven't received, and thank you so much that you have seen all my videos. Today I'll give you a little brief about that user account creation and few basic things. Alright, so let's write it here. Compute engine. So we have created the Google Windows 2016 server, and we have given the name as Windows. So I already been started. So here the both local IP, internal IP, and the external IP has been reflecting here. So in the same time, what's the next step? We need to open the remote desktop manager, and we need to before what I said, before login to the Windows 2016 server, we need to check whether the external IP, because as this is the cloud environment in Google, so the IPs are changing very frequently. It's a dynamic environment. So currently the IP is 34.80.211.226. We need to check whether the same IP is there in the remote desktop manager or it has been changed. Based on that, we could proceed to do the next things. So let's select this and properties. So 34.80.211.226, it means both the IPs are same, it has not been changed. Then click on OK. So it will ask for the login page or the login pop-up where you have to give your Windows ID and password. Good to go. So here we got the page. So what is our domain name? We have given Windows 2016 and 2016, and you need to give the administrator. You need to log in domain administrator. Alright, Win, just given something wrong. Win 2016 slash administrator RATOR. Okay, okay, so I have given the wrong slash. Alright, so let's try to log in this Windows 2016 server. Okay, so we successfully entered into the Windows 2016 server, and this is what has been activated at the VM console, Google console cloud platform, and it's just opening. Just give some time, let it open. Okay, let's select that full screen. Okay, so the next thing is, so we have installed our Active Directory successfully. So we need to check whether all the features has been added or properly or not, and for that once the Active Directory is configured successfully, you need to select the tools. Once you select the tools, you need to see this six number of points very carefully whether these things has been configured or not. The first is Active Directory users, and computers. So Active Directory user computers, you can select this, or you can write it as dsa.msc. And the next is Active Directory domains and trust. Here you can write it opening the run command, run pop-up or window, and you need to write domain.msc. The next is Active Directory sites and services. Here it is the Active Directory sites and services. Here the command is dsi.msc, and you need to see that adsi.edit. You need to see whether these things is configured or not. Ad PowerShell, I'll explain you. This is for Ad PowerShell also been configured successfully. By using that PowerShell, you can do whatever the things in GUI mode. You can do the same things using that command. And the next one is the Active Directory Administrative Center. So first one is the Active Directory Administrative Center. These are the very major things which is required in our next sessions. These are the basic things you need to be see after configuration of the Active Directory, whether these things are coming under tools or not. If it is coming, then we are good to go to the next steps. One thing is, so Active Directory is successfully configured and installed, and now the next thing is we need to see whether the services has been enabled properly or not. We need to write services.msc. Go to the services.msc. The first thing, ADDS domain services. We need to see whether ADDS domain services is enabled or not. You go to properties. It's already been started and it's automatic, so no need to do anything, which is very important. It need to be enabled. And the next one is DNS services. So just see whether DNS services is activated or not. DNS server. Alright, right click, properties, see it is also automatic and it's been enabled. DNS server services also enabled. Next is the very important is NetLogon. NetLogon, it also need to be, it is running, you can see, and also it need to be enabled. Yes, it's enabled. So consider if you are going to disable or stop the NetLogon services, then if you try to add any client machine into the domain, it will not work, because this the NetLogon services which can only give the authentication to the client machine to log into the domain, to add the machine in domain. Next one is the very important thing is the KDC. KDC means Kerberos Key Distribution Center. KDC, see, KDC proxy server. Sorry, this one, Kerberos Key Distribution Center. It is also running. Go to properties. It's all automatic. These things you need to be checked before proceeding with other other processes, other steps. These basic services need to be enabled, else we might face the challenges to configure the rest of the things in Active Directory, right? So I hope till this you are clear, and few of the people have requested to know how to enable or disable the user account, how to give the authentication, how to reset the password. So I'll show you these things. So this is what dsa.msc command I have been used to log into this page. Select this, and you need to select the domain. So as I already said, this domain controller is Windows 2016, and we have given the site name is Bangalore. Computers is we have been created a VM Google Cloud instance, that is one client machine have been created. In users, we have been created test user recently. So how to do the settings change in the test user? Click on properties, click on account. So in account, if you go, then you can get an option unlock the account. If the account has been locked, then you can select this to unlock the account. And before reset the password, you can select this list of features. If you select user must change password and the next login, if you select this button, then once the user will be logged in, it will ask to change the password. And next is user cannot change the password. If you select this, no need to, user do not have authorization to change the password. If you select this, the password will never expire. So same way you need to be check this, and you can select one by one and based on your requirement. So this is what and things you can select here. This is a member of dial in, environment, profile, dial in, remote desktop profile, general, account. So these are the features are available. Based on the features and the requirement, you can apply the settings one by one. Alright, so if you select this login hours, so this is also very important thing. Login hours, if you want to see that this is what the timing table is here. Login permitted means these are on green blue color. If you want to give the access only on Monday to Friday, then let's select this, and login denied. If you are going to, if you want to give Saturday as the login denied, then you can select this, select then login denied. If you want to give the working hours, it will start from only 10 o'clock onward, then select this and make it as login denied, so that users can work from 9 o'clock to till 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. as per the requirement, and you can log on dinner. So this is what the time users can able to, means if you want to give the access to this particular user, then this user can only be able to log into the domain system on this particular period of time. So based on that, you can give the permissions, timing permissions as well. So there is a lot of features are there, and based on the requirement, you can select and you can enable the features to work on this. So I hope that you cleared this part. And suddenly if there is a multiple users are there, if you want to find it out a single user, then how can, because it's very difficult to find these thousands of users to one user out of this thousand of users. It's really a difficult task. So how to do this? Right click on this and select on find. You need to give the username as test, right? Then you can select. So by this, using this also feature, you can able to find out the username, select the user, right click properties, and you can do the whatever the changes you want. This is also another way to change the settings. Alright, so that's all about for today's session, guys. So I hope that I have resolved your queries, but still if you have anything any doubts, then you can ask me. You can write a comment on my YouTube session. And thank you so much for watching my videos, and I hope you all are enjoying. If you still think that they need to be improved certain other areas, then you can suggest me in my comment section, so that I'll work on it, and I'll give my best to publish the next video sessions as for your request. Thank you so much.